In this video, we will discuss the XOR problem and its solution with the help of neural network. As we know, the XOR is a very important logical connective. It is in the logic gates, it is a derived logic gate where the output is enabled only when any one of the inputs are enabled. If both of the inputs are enabled, then output will be disabled, or if both of the inputs are disabled, then also output is disabled. So we have got 1 as output when any one of the inputs are 1 and the other input is 0. And output will give 0 for both the inputs are same, because if both the inputs are either 0 or 1, the output will be given as zeros. Now, if I represent this XOR gate in a two-dimensional Cartesian plane, we just plot the points where it gives the output zeros. For 0, 0, the output is given 0, and this is a 1, this is a 1 point. So 1, 1 is, this point represents 1, 1, where output also it gives 0. And these O's represent the points where the output will be 0, denoted by negative as well, minus or negative as well. And the points on x and y axis, just on the point marked as 1, there's a value 1, these points represent the output to be 1, and those points are also represented by positive sign or plus sign. Now, it is linearly non-separable. Why is it linearly non-separable, and why it is considered as no linear separator is there to solve this problem of linear non-separability? Why? Because as you imagine any line on this particular plane, it can't be able to separate linearly these points. These points of zeros and points of ones cannot be separated by any line on this plane. In the hyperplanes can separate or can actually classify these 2 points. So no linear classifier can solve this problem. So we will take the help of neural network in this case. Now, this is for, as a matter of fact, and you can test it with the help of truth table and other processes of Boolean algebra, that XOR is nothing but, XOR can be represented as an AND function of OR and NAND functions. XOR can be represented as the AND function of OR and NAND, these 2 functions. And by having this, we have one OR input, one OR output, one NAND output. Both the outputs are ANDed to form a XOR output, and that is proven. You can also, for your satisfaction of your confidence, you can prove it with the help of truth table or other processes. Now, this is how the XOR can be represented. So, in the neural network, it's a very simple neural network. We have 2 inputs in the input layer, we have 2 neurons in the hidden layer, and we have 1 output layer. So very simple neural network we have designed to solve that. Now, there are the weights or bias, there are the weights associated with each input to the next layer. Input layer to hidden layer, the connectives are having the weights like 20, from x1 to h1, from x2 to h2 20, from x1 to h2 minus 20, x2 to h2 minus 20. Biases are b1, b2 and b3, minus 10, 30, minus 30, and the weights of these edges are 20s each. Now this is a simple neural network. We have assumed the weights and the bias values. Now for a universal sigmoid function of neural network, for each node's output is summation wi(xi) plus b, I equal to 1 to n, where n is the number of inputs in a certain layer. N is the number of inputs for a certain layers, certain nodes. Suppose for this layer, input layer, we are having 2 inputs only, and 2 inputs are connected with 1 node of the hidden layer, 1 node, 1 neuron of the hidden layer. So that is summation I equal to 1 to 2 in that case. In our case, I equal to 1 to 2, only 2 cases. That wi(xi), which means w1x1 plus w2x2, simple, plus the bias applied to that particular node. So we have just following that formula, we have just derived these with the help of the different values of x1 and x2, the different combination of x1 and x2. We have 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. These four combinations. Following this formula, we have found out the results. Keep in mind, in neural network analysis, a positive output can be represented by 1 and the negative output can be represented by zeros, or vice versa. Zeros are denoted by negative, ones are denoted by positive, as we have shown in the figure also. So now, here we have, by having this, we have minus 10, 0, 10, 1 for each one, for different combinations of x1 and x2. Following this formula, W1 summation WI xi plus b. So we have 0 into 20 plus 0 into 20 minus 10, that is minus 10, minus means 0, negative number means 0. So in this way, we have found out all the outputs for all x1 and x2 combinations. So when h1 is 1 and when h1 is 0, h1 is 1 for 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. h1 will be 0 if and only if both the inputs of x are 0. Both the inputs x1 and x2 are zeros. Then only the h1 will be 0, otherwise h1 will give you 1. So h1 is actually following the OR gate, following the logic of OR gate. Similarly for h2 we have 1, 1, 1, 0. So output will be 0 if both the inputs are 1, otherwise the output will give you 1. So this happens in case of NAND gate. So it follows a NAND gate output. And for this y, the output, we have 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0. So when actually this particular thing will happen, so here we can see, again we revise it, 0 into, see, for this we have 0 and 1, 0 and 1, h1 is 0, h2 is 1. So again the formula will be same, only h1 and h2 will be used as inputs for this layer, for the output layer. So 0 into 20 plus 1 into 20 minus 30 equal to minus 2, that is 0. And similarly in this case, 1 into 20, here 1 into 30, 1 into 20 minus 30 plus 10, that is 1. And in third case we have, it is 1, 0, 20 into 1 plus 20 into 0 minus 30. So here you can see 20 into 1, here you can see 20 into 1, 0, plus 20 into 1, minus 30. So 20 minus 30 is minus 10, which is 0. Minus 10, which is equal to 0. So we have 0, 0, 0, 1 for all these four combinations. 0, 0, 0, 1, output is 1 only when both the inputs are 1. So it following the AND operation. AND. So we have got the full justification of the XOR can be expressed as the AND of OR and NAND. The AND of OR and NAND. The XOR can be expressed as. So in this way, we have found the hidden layers outputs and the final output as well. The final output is the ANDing of two hidden layer outputs. And each hidden layer output, the first hidden layer output is a OR of two inputs. Second hidden layer neuron output is a NAND of two inputs. Now our analysis come at the point how to solve it, the linear separability in this case. Now you see the h1. h1 will be 0 only when x1 and x2 is 0. So let's rewrite the particular, redraw the figure. This is 1 and this is 1. So now h1 will be 0 if both the inputs are 0, otherwise h1 is 1. Otherwise in all the cases h1 is 1, it's an OR output. So h1 is following OR. So which area represents the h1 is 1? Except both are 0, this particular region will represent that h1 is positive. h1 will give you the positive result. Similarly for h2, for NAND, If 1, 1, the output will give 0. Apart from 1, 1, below 1, 1, whatever the points we have, whatsoever the points we have, that all points represent positive or 1. So, in between these two lines, these two hyperplanes, we can see all the points or whatever lines we draw that represent H1 as positive, H2 as positive, or H1 and H2 both give the 1, 1 output. The intersection of these two regions, the intersecting area between these two hyperplanes, we can see the H1 and H2 both will give the positive output, right? And here for Y is an AND operation where strictly both the inputs are 1 for the output to be 1. So this is the case. So Y stands in the intersection. Y falls in the intersecting area itself. So we can separate these 2 points. We can separate these 2 points for 1, 1. Okay. We can separate. The Y is a 1 when both the inputs are 1s. Okay, that is the output. This is 1. When both the inputs are 1, the output will be 1. When both the inputs are 1, in this case, both the inputs are 1. And here both the inputs are zeros. In case of the H1, both the inputs are zeros. And here for both the inputs are 1s. Both the inputs are zeros, it will represent the output to be 0 for H1. Okay. And output to be 1, 0 for H2, then both the inputs are 1s. So these two regions are separated from this area between the hyperplanes, the intersecting area. So we can at least get some bracketed area. The bracketed region we can get where we can get the desired output level. Thank you. In the next video, we will elaborate the points of neural network and various other topics which are going to be a point of research in the coming days and the current days also. Thank you. Thanks a lot.